We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
People of Center, St. Mary and surrounding.
Yeah, watch Popeyes, mama.
Here is
Where I watch?
Popeye.
are you on entertainment? If you are,
Greetings viewers and subscribers. In the news today, detectives at the Lucy Sissoko office, they have arrested and charged Orville Moore, but he's popularly known as Lava. Lava is 50 years old and he's living at Woodchurch district in the Kingsville police area of Hanover. Lava has been charged for grievous sexual assault and indecent assault. The allegation is that on Friday afternoon, September 12, about 5 o'clock, a 10-year-old girl, she had left school and she was walking home. As she was walking past Lava's yard, she felt when someone grabbed her from behind and pulled her into a house. The person then threw her onto a bed. The 10-year-old girl, she then realized that it was Lava. Lava, him pulled down him pants and him went on top of the 10-year-old girl with his dirty prick out of his pants. Lava, him then start to feel up the 10-year-old girl, but someone taught this 10-year-old girl very well because she was waiting for the opportune time to take action. While Lava was there thinking that he overpowered the 10-year-old girl, the 10-year-old girl bit Lava on one of his fingers and managed to pull away from him. She then ran out of his house to a nearby house where she sought refuge. Her parents were informed and a report was made to the police who commenced investigations. Lava, he was subsequently picked up by the police and he was arrested and charged, so he'll be facing a judge shortly. In the sex report, detectives at the Falmouth Sissoko office, they have arrested and charged a guy named Robert Dennis, but he's popularly known as Reno. Reno is 29 years old and he's living at Johnson Hill in the parish of Trelawney. Reno, he has been charged for grievous sexual assault and rape. The allegation is that on an afternoon in July this year, a 14-year-old girl, she was at her home in Trelawney. This 14-year-old girl, she was not feeling well, so she was inside her room sleeping. Reno, who is a family friend, he went there and he saw the young girl sleeping. It is alleged that the young girl, she was awoken by Reno lying on top of her. She resisted and Reno started to strangle her. The young girl, she was screaming and it is reported that Reno, he placed a pillow over her face. Reno, he then proceeded to have you-know-what with her against her will. A report was made to the police who commenced investigation. On Tuesday, September 23, the police, they carried out a raid at Salt-Marsh in the parish of Trelawney where Reno, he was held. He was taken into police custody and charged. We are also learning that Reno, he was also charged for receiving stolen property. It is said that sometime in July of this year, a 53-year-old lady, she securely locked up her house at Seafield District in the Salt-Marsh area of Trelawney and went away. Hoodlums went to the house and pry open the roof of the house and entered through the bathroom. Once inside, them thief a black Samsung smartwatch, one lavender iPhone 11, one black Samsung Galaxy A4 cell phone and cash amounting to over 15,000 Jamaican dollars. Last month, while the police were searching for Reno in connection with the case of rape against the 14-year-old girl, they received certain intelligence and they went to Common District in Salt-Marsh. They also searched, but Reno, he was not found. During the search, the police, they recovered the lavender iPhone 11 that was stolen from the lady's house. It was found with a child. Police investigations revealed that it was Reno who gave the child the phone. Reno, he was charged, so he'll be placed before the court for rape, grievous sexual assault, and receiving stolen property. Still in Trelawney, the police, they've arrested and charged 24-year-old Tevin Anthony Johnson, but he's popularly known as T.Y. T.Y. is living at Lime Tree in the Larmond area of Trelawney. T.Y. he has been charged for housebreaking and larceny and possession of access device. The allegation is that on Tuesday morning, September 23, about 8 o'clock, a man in his mid-40s, he locked up his house at Larmond in Trelawney and went to work. Shortly after he left, T.Y. he went there and he pried open the bathroom door on the downstairs of the house. He entered and him thief one NCB Visa card, one Samsung A5 cellular phone, and cash amounting to about 45,000 Jamaican dollars. They were stolen from the night table drawer in the master bedroom. Not only that, T.Y. him used the NCB Visa card to shop online. T.Y. he spent 75,000 Jamaican dollars off the card online. A report was made to the police, who commenced investigations. Intelligence was received by the police and T.Y. he was picked up. He was searched and he was found with the NCB Visa card. He was questioned by the police and he confessed. We are told that T.Y. he also gave the police a caution statement admitting to the crime in the presence of two justices of the peace. He was charged, so he'll be facing the courts shortly. Over in Westmorland, a 55-year-old grandfather, he has been arrested and charged for shopbreaking and larceny. His name is Orville Cleve Morris and he's living at Cornwall in the Petersfield area of Westmorland. The allegation is that early Monday morning, September 22, about 4:30, a 50-year-old shopkeeper was in her home at Bastard Cedar Walk in the Petersfield area when she heard strange sounds coming from inside her shop, which is near to her house. It is alleged that the female, she went and she made checks and she saw Orville inside her shop. She called out to him and Orville, he ran away, making good his escape. Further checks revealed that her Samsung Galaxy cell phone was stolen. It was also discovered that entry was gained into the shop by prying open the front window of the shop. A report was made to the police, who commenced investigation. Orville, he was later held by the police in a raid and taken into custody. He was charged, so he'll be facing the courts shortly. In this next report, every day the bucket a go a well. One day. I have carried a few stories about hoodlums breaking into the Bickerstead Primary School in St. James. In the latest incident, on Wednesday evening, September 17, the administrators at the school, they securely locked it up and went away. Later in the night, a hoodlum went there. His name is Matthew Madden. Matthew is 22 years old and he's living at Bickerstead. Matthew, he tore off the doors to the tuck shop and the main office, went inside, ransacked the place, and him thief snacks and grocery items from the tuck shop. Matthew, he also destroyed the surveillance cameras, but he did not know that his every movement was being captured by another device. When the administrators of the school went to reopen the school in the morning, they realized what took place. It was soon found out that the culprit was Matthew, a past student of the school. And on Friday, September 19, residents, they went in search of Matthew and he was held. He was given an arson and he was handed over to the police. He was charged for schoolhouse breaking and larceny and he'll be facing the courts shortly. In this next report, detectives at the Sav-la-Mar police station, they have arrested and charged a 21-year-old guy for robbing his 29-year-old girlfriend. His name is Jason Nicholas Jones, but he's popularly known as Tazzy or Crazy. Crazy is living at Rickett Street in Sav-la-Mar. The allegation is that on Tuesday evening, September 23, about minutes to 6 o'clock, the 29-year-old female, she went to her home when she saw her boyfriend Crazy. An argument developed between both of them. It is alleged that Crazy, he pulled a knife which he used to press against the female's side. He then demanded that she handed over all of the money that she had in the bank to him. Crazy, he then held the female at knife point and forcefully escorted her on foot to the Scotiabank ATM in Sav-la-Mar, where the female, she withdrew 9,000 Jamaican dollars and handed it over to Crazy. The female, she alerted persons who suspected what was happening, but Crazy, he ran away, making good his escape on foot in the area. A report was made to the police, and early yesterday morning, Wednesday, September 24, about 1 o'clock, a raid was carried out, and Crazy, he was held at his home. He was charged for robbery with aggravation, so he'll be facing the courts shortly. In this next report, we are learning that last night, Wednesday, September 24, almost 7:30, the Chinese operator and customers, they were at the DNF haberdashery on Market Street in the Falmouth area of Trelawney when a hoodlum who was dressed in a white t-shirt, ash grey pants, black slippers and wearing a mask entered. The hoodlum, he was armed with a gun. We are told that a security guard, he was coming from work, still dressed in his uniform, and he was in the haberdashery buying something. The hoodlum, he pointed the gun at the security guard and ordered him to go to the cash register and open it. The security guard, he tried to open the cash register, but he was unsuccessful. The hoodlum, he then squeezed off around in the air and ran out of the haberdashery towards the post office on Market Street, making good his escape. Happily, no one was injured. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 1.45 spent shell was recovered from the scene. The mayhem. Over in St. James, the police, they have arrested and charged a guy for assault at common law and using a firearm to commit a felony. His name is Shamar Everton Spence, but he is also known as Blacks or Black Boy. He is 23 years old and he is living in the Niagara area of St. James. The allegation is that Black's mother and one of her neighbors, they have been having a long-standing dispute. The neighbor is in her late 50s. On Tuesday morning, September 23, at minutes to 9 o'clock, the neighbor, she was walking towards her house when she and Black's mother, they started to quarrel. It is alleged that Blacks, he walked up to the female who was involved in the argument with his mother, pulled a gun and pointed it in her face and threatened to kill her. As a result, the female, she ran into her house and the police were called. The police, they arrived on the scene and they went to Black's mother's house where Blacks, he was held. A search was carried out, but the police, they did not find any gun. Blacks, he was charged, so he'll be facing the courts shortly. This one, it took place Thursday afternoon, September 18, at minutes after 5 o'clock. It took place at a bar at Bath Mountain in the parish of Westmorland. Reports are that a 50-year-old man named Sean, he was on his way to work when he stopped at the bar. A 54-year-old man named Charles Mackenzie, he was a patron at the bar. An argument started with Sean and Charles about access to a piece of land. Sean, he walked out of the bar, but he was followed by Charles, who used a machete to inflict some serious wounds to him. Sean, he tried to escape, but Charles, he used the machete to chop him to the right side of his face, causing a serious wound. Sean, he was rushed to the Sav-la-Mar hospital by residents where he was treated and admitted in a serious condition. He was admitted for 4 days, then released. A report was made to the police, and on Tuesday, September 23, Charles, he was picked up by the police. He was charged for the offense of wounding with intent, so he'll be facing the courts shortly. Still in Westmorland, the police, they are searching for a guy named Shamar. Shamar is wanted for throwing acid on one of his neighbors. The neighbor is called Althea, and she's in her mid-30s. She's living at Hatfield in the parish of Westmorland. The allegation is that on Tuesday afternoon, September 23, both Althea and Shamar, they were involved in an argument. About minutes to 10 o'clock in the night, Althea, she was standing along the roadway next to her car in the vicinity of her home when Shamar, he walked up and doused Althea with the acid. The acid, it caused severe burn to Althea's face, her chest, and her abdomen. Her clothes was also severely burnt. Shamar, he then ran away, making good his escape in the area. Residents, they rushed with Althea to hospital where she was treated and admitted in a serious condition. Shamar, you are now wanted by the police. Boy, may I tell you. In this next report, we are doing some digging into this one, and we are going to be updating this report shortly. We are learning that a 16-year-old Rhodes High School student named Shaquille, he was stabbed and seriously wounded by a group of guys in the Lucy Bus Park in Hanover on Tuesday afternoon, September 23. Shaquille, he was rushed to hospital where he was treated and admitted in a serious condition. Like I said, I am doing some digging and will be updating this report in a subsequent video. Stand by for that. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also. Hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. In the final report for today, the guy to the left of your screen is Janeel Callaghan, but he was popularly known as Squaddy. He was 28 years old and he lived at Bullard Content in the Yorktown area. The one to the right is Patrick Thompson, but he was also known as Rick. Rick was 24 years old and he lived at Ramsbury District, both in the parish of Clarendon. On Tuesday afternoon, September 23, both Rick and Squaddy, they rode their bikes to a river in the Four Parts area of Clarendon. They were accompanied by two females. At minutes after 5 o'clock, they left the river and they were heading home on a dirt road, but two hoodlums were waiting in ambush. On reaching in the vicinity of the Agro Park Farms, they were confronted by the two hoodlums who told Rick that a him them come for. The hoodlums, they opened gunfire hitting both Rick and Squaddy. Both of them, they managed to run off, but the hoodlums, they chased Rick and they pumped several bullets into his head and his upper body. Squaddy, he received gunshot wounds to his upper body and his abdomen. Both Rick and Squaddy, they died on the spot. The hoodlums, they spared the females' lives. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
From the hills to the town, we bring the link. Straight facts, no mix up, no gimmick, no wing. You tune in now, get the real insight. Cause Papa News Link lights in
Papa News Link, yeah, we tell it how it is. Jamaican vice, truth in the biz. Click it, share it, every little click count news with the vibes. And that we announce.
From the hills to the town, we bring the link. Straight facts, no mix up, no gimmick, no wing. every day. See a them under how them and it Johnny, you damn catch a fire me feel rated. Inna the race the prop and no fate. Try me bleak with the cabin on me cross silence. For me used to the town, we bring the link. Straight facts, no mix up, no gimmick, no wing. You tune in